All right, welcome. Today, we are diving deep into a project that has been absolutely lighting up the tech and crypto world lately, BitTensor. You've probably seen its token, TAO, getting a ton of attention. So what is all this buzz really about? And look, the interest here really kicked into high gear when influential investors like Jason Calacanis started dropping quotes just like this one. I mean, when a major voice in Silicon Valley tells you to skip tequila for a token, that cuts through the noise. This was the hook that got so many people asking, okay, what is BitToring? So to really get a handle on BitTensor, you have to start with its most popular nickname, the Bitcoin of AI. Now, this isn't just some catchy phrase for marketing. The comparison actually runs surprisingly deep, and it's totally crucial to understanding the core idea here. At its heart, BitTorrent is a decentralized network where miners, instead of, solving crypto puzzles like they do with Bitcoin, are all competing to create the absolute best artificial intelligence. So the goal isn't just to secure a network. It's about actively generating and improving intelligence itself. Okay, and when you put them side by side like this, the parallels are kind of striking, right? You've got the same 21 million total supply. You've got the same halving events that cut the rewards over time. But, and this is the most important part, the asset being mined is completely different. Bitcoin miners produce security for a decentralized financial system. BitTorrent miners, they produce actual functional AI models for a decentralized intelligence network. So, how in the world do you actually mine for intelligence? Yeah, it's not about pickaxes and servers humming away in some cold warehouse. The whole process is way more collaborative and competitive, and it's all built around a really unique ecosystem. The entire network is broken down into these specialized arenas called subnets. The best way to think about it is that each subnet is its own unique competition, laser-focused on a specific AI problem. That could be anything from image recognition to data analysis, or even training huge language models. And the process works in this really simple but incredibly powerful four-step loop. First, a subnet posts a challenge. Then, miners from all over the world submit their AI models to compete. Third, the best of the best are identified and rewarded with TAO tokens. And finally, as a result, the entire network just gets smarter and better at solving that specific problem. It just keeps evolving. And this is the economic engine that makes BitTorrents go. See, when a subnet starts producing really great results, investors stake their TAO in it to earn rewards. This drives up demand, which increases the subnet's value, which then attracts even more talented miners. And, you guessed it, that leads to even better AI. It creates this powerful, self-reinforcing cycle of growth, a flywheel effect. So that flywheel we just talked about, well, it has built an absolutely massive and diverse ecosystem. Let's take a look at the subnet marketplace. And this isn't just one or two projects. We're talking about a sprawling landscape of AI innovation. As of right now, there are 128 active subnets running on the BitTensor network. And you gotta remember, each one of those represents a different team, a different experiment, and a different way of tackling a unique AI challenge. And the range of what these projects are doing is just incredible. You've got subnets like Templar, which is focused on the massive task of pre-training AI models. You've got others like Shoots that are creating a decentralized market for raw computing power. Then you've got Synth running data science competitions, and Score, which is developing computer vision for clients like professional football teams. It's wild. So for anyone holding TAO, here's the crucial point. It basically turns you into a venture capitalist. You get to look across all 128 of these subnets, find the teams and the ideas you think have the most promise, and then you can stake your tail with them. It's like placing a bet on their success, and you earn a yield for doing it. Now, this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But it brings up this single most important question of all. Is this ecosystem actually producing real-world value, or is it just a speculative game of passing tokens back and forth? Let's just tackle the skepticism head on. Is this just some elaborate system designed to pump the TAO token with no real product or revenue at the end of the day? Because for a long time, that was the main criticism. Well, it seems like the answer, more and more, is a pretty clear no. We're actually seeing subnets develop real business models. Synth, for example, is generating revenue by selling its data to traders through an API. Shoots is out there selling computing power and is reportedly generating millions a year. And Score is literally charging enterprise clients for its services. These are businesses, not just tokens. And maybe the biggest breakthrough of all is coming from projects like Templar. A lot of experts thought it was pretty much impossible, or at least ridiculously expensive, for a decentralized network to train a competitive, large-scale AI model. Well, Templar is proving them wrong. It's demonstrating that this model can actually go toe-to-toe with the giants, like OpenAI and Anthropic. Okay, so all of this brings us to our final section, the BitTensor bull thesis. Why are so many smart investors getting so incredibly excited about the future of this project? The core of the bull case really comes down to access. Think about it. It's almost impossible for a regular person to invest in the growth of OpenAI or Anthropic. Those are private companies. BitTorrents, through its TAO token, offers a liquid, publicly accessible way to get direct financial exposure to this massive, growing ecosystem of cutting-edge AI projects. And some of the predictions out there are, well, they're bold. Stillcore, that fund with ties to Jason Calacanis, has floated a price target of $3,000 for Tau by the end of the year. Now, obviously, that's not a guarantee, but it definitely shows you the scale of optimism that's building around this network. And it's not just one fund making these big predictions. As you can see here, there's a growing list of major venture funds getting involved. We're talking big names like Polychain Capital and Digital Currency Group. This isn't just retail hype anymore. Serious, institutional capital is flowing into this ecosystem. Which leaves us with the final, absolutely tantalizing question. The promise of BitTorrent is an AI owned by everyone, not just a handful of corporations. The whole bull thesis really rests on this one idea, that an open, competitive, and decentralized network might just be the thing to out-innovate the biggest players in the world. It's a huge question, and only time is going to tell the answer.